to help with supervision, it's really important to look at what's been going on the iPad. And there's a couple of things you can do pretty quickly that will give you an idea of what your child's been up to. So hopefully all good stuff, but when kids are left to their own devices, sometimes they start doing things they shouldn't do, like talking to strangers. And one major thing we teach them is not to give out any personal information. So please make sure you emphasize that with your child. If you want to know what's been going on the iPad, you can actually sort of give it a swipe down. It may be a swipe over depending on the version. This will allow you to search the iPad. And then these are different things that have been happening on the iPad recently. Safari, Meet, we looked at that. Epic, we downloaded that. The Sad4 app, we downloaded that. Lexia, we downloaded that. And then Clever. Clever we went into and took a look at. Not much of a look, but we took a quick look at. And then if you want to search for other apps on the iPad, maybe you don't want to be bothered hunting through all of the stuff, so you're going to just type Zoom, because maybe you don't want to look for it, and I don't blame you. Then the Zoom application actually comes up. You can actually open it from right there and do a little search of that application. Now, nothing's happened on this one, so you're not going to find anything. But that's how you can actually start a search. Then, what I would suggest is I would go into certain apps. I would go into the Mail app. I would open it up and I would see, who's your child been corresponding with. Hopefully they're teachers, maybe they're friends, but the mail is one thing we'd want to supervise. I hope it's not somebody from New York or from, East Overshoe somewhere that they shouldn't be talking to. So you must know who your kids are talking to, and that just taking a peek at the Mail app can sometimes help with that. Other apps that you want to take a look inside, I would take a look in the Meets and the Zoom. And then another one, which we'll talk about in just a minute, is this FaceTime app. Definitely go in, take a look in the FaceTime app, and see who your child's been corresponding with. And if there's any other apps on there that you know of, Chrome, for example, you should look in Chrome too. Chrome and Safari. So I think we just downloaded that one. So not sure what's happening here. Bring ordinary. Okay, National Public Safety. So this is Chrome, and these are the different web pages that are open. And if you click those three little dots there, you can actually look at the history. Okay, and you can see what the history is. Okay, a couple of YouTube videos, safety information, bring ordinary objects to life. All right, 3D drawing. So that seems reasonable. And if your kid's history looks like that, you're doing okay. And then you can do the same thing, a history search, in Safari as well. So I've got Power School open there. And then if you're going to do a history search, you hit this book button. And then I think this one here. Yeah. And then you can scroll down. Okay, and it will show you what you've been doing, what your child's been looking at. Now again, this can all be deleted, so this is counting that your child hasn't deleted it, but it'll be really important to have the conversation with your child that you expect this is not deleted, and that you are able to see any of what they've been working on. To go along with that, you should have any of the passwords that they have, especially for their school stuff. And if you don't have those, you reach out to their teacher. But if there's one that you're just struggling with and you're having a hard time, reach out to us because we want to help. So that's how you would conduct a search, basic search of the iPad. Another thing that I would do right up here, the camera. I would do that and I would search photos. Okay, and you can see, if you scroll all the way along there, you can see what's there for photos. You can also hit all the, oops, that's just a one photo. That's some technology junk. You can also hit the all photos button and it'll bring them all up for you to see the different photos. Now, one thing that you should be aware of, you can actually go into, from this app, Photos, is this recently deleted. Okay, so you're going to want to click on that when you're doing a search, just to make sure you can see what's been deleted recently. Okay, that'll be very important. Otherwise, you know, you can go through any of the albums or any of that, see what's been going on in your kid's photo library.